Good afternoon from Gagne Farms. This is Candace and
Sophie.
we're trying something new today. We are making our first batch of apple butter. I was so excited because Eric bought me a new book about canning, and apple butter is something I love, and I just happen to have a whole bunch of apples. So we're going to make some apple butter today and can them. So follow along with us. Don't forget to
Like, subscribe, and share.
So our first job here is to get these apples peeled and cored and cut. We need 6 pounds of cored, cut, peeled apples. So Sophie's helping me peel them. I am coring them and slicing them and measuring how much they weigh. So we've got 2 apples done. We've got quite a ways to go, don't we, Soph?
I got like 3, I think.
Okay, I think you're on 3.
Yeah, because I started out. Yeah.
So we got 3 apples done. We've got quite a ways to go. Charlie, get your nose out of it. And after that, we'll share the next steps with you.
I had a very, very great idea. I was bored in the kitchen just peeling apples, so I came out in the living room, took the couch out here, took that big jar of apples, and put some cartoons on and watched some cartoons.
Yeah, we got a little cartoons and apple peeling going on.
Oh yeah.
Here's our collection bowl after they're sliced and cored. And we are not even close to 6 pounds yet. I didn't think we were, but we've got a little ways to go. So let's get this job done and then I'll bring you back along.
So this is what 6 pounds of apples look like.
Well, this is my dilemma. This is my dilemma. I've got this many apples. I was going to put them in this pan. I'm thinking I should use this pan. So hopefully this pan works, but all I've got is a small burner. So we'll see how this goes. So here is our 6 pounds of apples. We're going to put them in our pot. Without spilling it all over the place. Wow, glad I picked the bigger pot. Look at that. Definitely needs the bigger pot. And then I'm going to put 3 cups of water in. So now we're going to add 3 cups of water. We're going to bring it to a boil, and we're going to boil them until the apples are soft, about 30 minutes. I've got my apples here in the pan with 3 cups of water. I was a little confused thinking, well, how am I going to know when it boils when there's way more apples than water? But I'm going to trust the process and see how it goes. Well, I'm glad I trusted the process. You can definitely tell when it's boiling. This has been boiling for a little while. See, you can see it and hear it. So we're A-okay there. We got about 11 more minutes where I'm going to see if they're soft enough, and then we need to put them in the food processor. Our apples are softened, and we have our apple mixture in some batches. I'm going to put it in the food processor here and puree it up. Helps if you plug it in. Helps if the plug stays in the wall. Oh, owie. Don't touch the hot pan. I'm going to measure this out. I should have 12 cups when I'm done. So I'm going to put it into measuring cups before I put it back into the pan. Over here I have my measuring cup that I'm pouring it into to measure. Yeah, that'd be what a measuring cup's for. It's hot, that's for sure. Okay, it's time to put it all together now. I've got all my apple puree. I'm gonna put that in the pot and then we'll put in our other ingredients. So, in goes the apple puree, 12 cups of it. Took every measuring cup I had. We're putting in our apple puree. Like I said, it took every measuring cup that I have. And it goes. All right, next we're gonna add 6 cups of sugar. Wow, that is a lot of sugar. But I guess that's what makes it yummy. So 6 cups of sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. Got my ground cinnamon here. Got a 1/2 teaspoon, so I'm going to put 3 of those in for 1.5. Alright, in goes the cinnamon. And then we need 1/2 teaspoon of ground cloves. Oh, look at that. This package isn't even open yet. We got 1/2 teaspoon of ground cloves. Ta-da! Now I'm going to stir it until all the sugar is mixed in. Stir, 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 stir the sugar. Ooh, you can smell that cinnamon. Oh, this smells so much better now. I was wondering when I pulled it out of the food processor, I'm like, oh, that doesn't smell like I think it should. So here we go. Here's the good smells. Oh, I wish you could smell it. The smell of cinnamon is so yummy. All right, we're gonna put it back on our heat and bring it to a boil. To check if my apple butter is done, I'm gonna spoon a small amount on this chilled plate, and if it's done, it shouldn't have, like it should hold its form, and it shouldn't have a watery ring around it. So we're putting a small amount on the plate. And it looks like it's holding its form, but it still looks a little watery to me around the edge. So I think it's got a little while more. So I thought I'd give you a view of how everything's going. We're just kind of bubbling here, cooking along. We're starting to thicken up a little bit. Starting to feel a little resistance in there. Still got a little ways to go. But we want to leave the lid off now to let evaporation happen. And yeah, we're just going to keep on stirring and waiting until it's to the proper thickness. So it took a lot longer to cook up the apple butter than I thought it would, but that's okay. It probably took like an hour and a half to cook with the lid off until it got to a consistency where it was more like a butter consistency and not watery. So now I took it out of the pan and put it into the jars, and it did make as much as I thought it would. I got 4 pints out of it, and so that's wonderful. And we're going to put it in the hot water bath now and get it boiling, and then process it for 10 minutes, let it sit for 5, and then take them out. So here's our pint jars of apple butter. When I was putting the apple butter in, I put it in with a 1/4 inch headspace, and you have to wipe the rims and the threads off so that when you put on the lid, you can get a good seal. So I did those steps, and now it's ready to go in the hot water bath. I just pulled our apple butter out of the canner. Here it is. We got little Vanna showing it off. So hopefully we'll start hearing those jars pop soon. Looks so thick and yummy. Right?
It looks like burnt applesauce.
I snuck a taste, and it would taste fabulous on a good pork loin. Or a piece of toast, for that matter. Oh, there was a pot.
I heard it.
Yeah.
I think it was that.
You think so?
Yeah, because there's water there, and now it looks like the water's dried up.
Ah.
It's gone.
I love that pop sound.